Lewis Hamilton's frustrated radio call at Spa wasn't just about fuel, it was the spark that exposed a silent power shift inside Ferrari. But what's truly shocking, the secret figure working beside him, a former ally from Mercedes now inside, Maranello, quietly rewriting Ferrari's future. Behind the scenes, Hamilton isn't just driving, he's building a new empire with a trusted voice engineering every move. The impact, already transforming the car, the strategy, and possibly Ferrari's legacy. You won't believe who it is or how deep this goes. Stick around, because this isn't just a comeback, it's a takeover. The weekend at the Belgian Grand Prix looked bleak for Hamilton from the outset. 2 early exits in qualifying painted a grim picture. The SF25, his new machine in red, appeared twitchy, unbalanced, and unpredictable. The car simply didn't behave the way he needed it to. But while the outside world saw just another rough weekend for Hamilton, inside the Ferrari garage, chaos was unfolding in a move that stunned many. Insiders, the team decided to rip up the park firm rules. They swapped in a high downforce wing, installed a fresh hybrid unit, and made another critical change, one that wouldn't reveal itself until deep into the race. Starting from 17th on the grid, Hamilton masterfully carved through the field. In wet conditions, overtaking 5 cars within the opening laps, it looked like a comeback was in motion. But midway through the race, his engineer, Riccardo Adami, sent a crucial message over the radio. They still needed lift and coast. Hamilton's reply was instant and telling: "Can I keep pushing or not?" What followed wasn't silence for the sake of strategy, it was confusion. The delayed response, "Let's stay where we are," wasn't about numbers. It was about trying to hold together a crumbling plan. When Hamilton crossed the line in 7th place, many expected him to toe the party line. But in his post-race interview with Sky Sports, he did something Ferrari drivers simply don't do. He told the truth, bluntly and without spin. He said, "We underfueled for the wing we had." To the public, it seemed like a risky strategy call, but inside Maranello, it was something else entirely. Sources from within Ferrari revealed the real story. The decision to underfuel had ignited fierce internal debate. A majority of engineers favored a balanced approach, worried that Spa's long straights would punish the extra drag from the high downforce wing. But a smaller, more aggressive group, reportedly led by an ex-Mercedes performance strategist, argued that Hamilton needed strong front-end grip to perform, even if it meant risking fuel range. The gamble split the team. Tensions rose, voices were raised, but in the end, the risk-takers won. Hours before the race, the underfuel strategy was locked in. That gamble didn't just affect the race, it triggered a shift in Ferrari's internal structure. Hamilton's response after the race wasn't frustration, it was calculated. By confirming the underfuel decision to Sky Sports, he cornered Ferrari into acknowledging internal disagreement. He shattered the unwritten rule that Ferrari drivers protect a team in public at all costs. And by doing so, he made a powerful statement. He wasn't just another newcomer learning the ropes. He was starting to take control. What no one realized at the time was that behind the scenes, a major personnel change had quietly taken place without any formal announcement. Hamilton began working with a new performance engineer, Johannes Hatz, a trusted figure from his Mercedes days. Hatz, who had held positions at Porsche, Audi, and AlphaTauri, joined the Ferrari operation without fanfare. He was slotted in next to Riccardo Adami and began working directly with Hamilton. In Formula 1, the role of a performance engineer is vital. They analyze every vibration, every tire load, and every throttle input to translate car behavior into actionable driver feedback. It's a relationship built on trust and instinct. And now Hamilton had someone by his side who truly spoke his language. With Hatz on board, Hamilton's influence began expanding rapidly. His post-race comments weren't just a moment of honesty, they were a strategic move to force change. Internally, some Ferrari engineers were caught off guard. That radio hesitation during the race wasn't about tire data or whether it was about confusion, disagreement, and a lack of unity. The plan had been to push early, hold late, and say nothing post-race. But Hamilton changed the script. He knew the cameras were watching, And when he asked, "Can I keep pushing or not?" it wasn't just a genuine question. It was symbolic. It was rebellion. Back in Maranello, the response was immediate. Meetings were called, not about race results but about optics. One senior figure reportedly called Hamilton's comments a declaration of independence. And just days after Spa, things accelerated even further. During simulator sessions, a new torque delivery Model 1 that had been previously shelved was revived at Hamilton's request. This wasn't standard practice, it was a signal that Hamilton was now directing development paths. The changes were subtle but telling. Throttle maps were adjusted to offer earlier predictability out of slow corners, reflecting Hamilton's preference for precision and feel. Brake bias windows were reworked. Rear stability gave way to front-end responsiveness, and the updates quietly pushed live within 48 hours. No press release, no celebration, just quiet adaptation. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc remained outwardly silent, but internally, his camp began voicing concerns. The balance of the car was shifting not gradually, but decisively, and the engineers, they weren't listening the same way anymore. Briefings with Hamilton started happening earlier. Instead of giving him orders, they offered him choices. The debriefs turned into discussions, and the direction of the car began tilting. Engineers once focused on Leclerc's style were now laser-focused on validating Hamilton's changes. What emerged from Spa wasn't just a slightly improved car. It was a structural shift. Hamilton had stopped being the new guy. He was now the one asking the questions, the one shaping the conversations. And that change was being felt throughout the garage. Suddenly, Ferrari didn't look like one team anymore. It looked like two. On one side, Hamilton analytical, data-driven, relentless in his pursuit of feel and control. On the other, Leclerc aggressive, intuitive, raised in the Ferrari system, used to being the focal point. Now, that spotlight was shifting, quietly but undeniably. Torque curves, pedal sensitivity, brake balance, all the metrics began shifting toward Hamilton's preferences. What had started as adaptation was becoming control. The engineers weren't just following his lead, they were rebuilding around his feedback. And it all began with an underfueled car and one line on the radio. Now, as the season barrels toward its final chapters, the implications are massive. This isn't just about whether Hamilton can fight at the front again. It's about how fast this newly formed driver-team partnership can become dominant. Because the foundation is already being laid, not with hope, but with understanding. That kind of chemistry, that alignment, doesn't just improve race pace. It rewrites legacies. The battle within Ferrari has only just begun. Can this new dynamic thrive, or will it tear the team apart? One thing's for sure, Lewis Hamilton is now in the driver's seat. If you found this story gripping, like, share, and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes Formula One drama. Thanks for watching.